Alright, how's everybody doing? It's Spike here in the Frugal Fixer Shop. Tonight I'm working on my base for my hitting station here. I got everything working over that way, but I got to get this base done so I can finish my way out the back. So we're going to get this thing done, get my carpet down, and I'm going to put in my insert for where I hit my balls. So I'm going to work that all out, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to get it done, and just keep up and see how I go about it. I do things a little different. Y'all just catch up and see what you think. Let's get it done. You know, guys, if I thought I was being real smart, I'd probably get out a pair of rubber gloves, but yeah. Anyway, paper towels. What I'm gonna do is I got some stuff that I got at the Lowe's. I got these pieces of, pieces of paneling that had broken corners on them. I got them for $8 a piece, so I got 2 of them. Cut them up. I got me a sheet of this foam board, as you see right here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue it all together and make a sandwich. And we'll make it thick enough to where I can test my mat ideas and have about that much room to test and work them out and see how they work. So we just gonna kind of zip it all together. So I got some Gorilla Glue extra strength. We're gonna layer it up like a cake, put it all together, and then we're gonna let it sit overnight. So that's what the plan is. So let's get it done. I'm not gonna put a whole lot of this, just enough to give it some hold. Around the edges mostly, okay? Take it all the way over here. Line it up. Stick them together. Okay, got that one. Now we're gonna put a little layer of some Luan. It's sitting around here. Luan, or whatever you call that stuff. We're gonna put us a layer of that in there. Time for the next layer. Let's do it again. Now this layer is going to be a layer of plastic. So we're going to put in on a lot more glue, okay? I'm going to go all the way out to the edge. Okay, got that one. Now, get this. Okay, now, next layer, I'm putting on this 1/8" ABS plastic. We're gonna put a layer of that on, put some strength in it coming up this way, okay? So let's put one in here. Still building that sandwich, guys. Okay, now got a piece of this paneling that was low, broke corners on. We brought home. Okay, here we go, dude. It's recommended use Lexel when you're working with this foam. We'll see how that works. Okay. This time, put 1" thick foam board. One more. Let's finish this thing off. Man, this stuff stinks. Okay, one more layer. And then I flipped it over and put the good side up, and I put a whole bunch of weight on it. Got all that glue on it. Gonna let it set till tomorrow. That's the plan, what we're gonna do. So then tomorrow we'll start working on cutting this hole in it over here, where the hole is. I just put everything I could find on these boards that I'm sandwiching together for my hitting mat. And I put this air compressor on there, and I got to thinking about it. Well, it's got 125 pounds of pressure in it, so that means it's, no, it don't mean it weighs that much, does it? Y'all be good. I'm still working later. Me and my son reconnected after a real long time not talking at all. And he's serious into golf, and I like to golf, always like to play golf, and had a bad back and didn't play for a long time. And I thought about it one day. He said, you know, Dad, you tried playing again? I said, no. He said, you ought to try it maybe. So we went and hit some balls, and it felt pretty good. So I started playing golf, and, you know, I hadn't played in 10 years. And the old game got to come along pretty good, but it was costing too much to go to the golf course and the driving range, and I wasn't learning or getting any better. So I decided I wanted a place I could play inside. So this is my grass that I play on in the shop. Now, when you're teeing off, you got an area right here that you tee off on. There's your tee. Now this hole here is the one I'm working on tonight and getting it finished. Now this is a really secure hitting area right here to hit on, and you know, it's not rough on your feet. And then the thing now is I want to get it where I can hit down in the hole. Now, this is a commercially available mat. It's a piece of what they call monster mat. People just rave about how good it is. I used it at my son's house, and I'm gonna tell you what, he's got a simulator too. We put in one at his house, but it beat me up. It just tore me up, and I just couldn't take it. So what I'm doing is I'm making my mat where I can change mats and put different mats down into the floor like this, okay? So you'll see how that works. So you put different grass in. So there's that. Those would be okay, but you can't put them down in a hole like that so nobody can hit them. So my idea is I'm going to make a way to put these down in here where they go up and they sit flat, but I want them to have a little cushion under them to where they move. I know, does that make sense? Well, I hope so. I got this here, I can cut this down about that deep. So we're going to cut a nice big deep hole. And after we start cutting it, we're going to put a wooden box down in that hole with a bottom in it, and let that bottom give us a place to ride. And we're going to take a piece of this plastic and put it under a piece of this turf like this. We're going to glue the two together, and then we're going to put some foam here and some foam here hard. I'm going to put something soft in the middle so when you hit it, it can give a little. Don't want to give it too much, because if it does, your shots won't do right. They'll all launch real high like you think you're really good, and you ain't. So yeah. So that's what I'm working on tonight, right this very minute. And we're going to fix this where these things can drop right in these holes right here like that. And when they drop in, they'll be in a hole that they stay in, and they can't jump out or move around. Or yeah, that's the idea. So I got all the stuff laying on the table. We're going to make one. We're going to make a hole in this floor. I can pull it back that far, and then it's all stuck together from there down. The rest of this is all glued, and the carpet's glued on. And I'm going to put a piece of trim all the way around the whole thing to make it look real nice when I get done. I'm going to use some hand stuff tonight so I don't make a big old mess. This is the size of these plastics that I'm dropping in the hole, so I figured I'd just make a box that would hold those pieces of plastic. And this piece of hardwood right here, I think it's a piece of pine. Well, actually, it's a piece of pine. But I think this here might be just fine to hold that up and get it up off of there. So that's probably what we're going to use, is cut this up and make it out of it. And I think it's just high enough to get me down in there where I want to be, and let everything float the way I want it to float. Let's see how that works out. Okay, there's one. You know what I need? I need another one just like it. Yeah, that didn't work too good. That didn't work good at all. I think this stuff will be a lot more secure than that will. Yeah, I believe that'd hold up a lot better. That thin stuff just tore right through. Made holes all the way through it. Okay, we're gonna put this in this direction, and we're gonna glue that sucker on as we go. And then we're gonna shoot some more nails in it. Maybe this time they'll hold. So that glue bottle's about stopped up. I'm just kind of doing what I do, make stuff. Now, we're gonna put that down in the floor right there. We're gonna go right down there and put it in the floor. That's where I'm going. This thing here. Yep. I want to cut this hole in the floor for this to go in right here like this. Make me a couple of reference marks so I know where I'm lining up. I got my mat really square, so I'm gonna work off of that. Okay, got that out. Now let's see how this fits. I'm pretty sure this is gonna go in there. Once it goes, it's going in solid. It can't move after it goes in there too much, I don't think. But I got it cut in. Just gonna put it on the inside of the hole right here. A little dab in the center. So once it drops down in there and grabs, it should be done grabbing forever. So what we got? Hardwood box, masonite bottom. We're gonna silicone it in this hole with this crazy glue stuff. Okay, now I think I'm gonna run a bead of this right here on this top, just to lock this right around there, but I'm gonna wipe it off first so I have a nice clean gun. And we'll run a bead of that around there right quick. Trying to make a nice little bead around the top right here to seal this together. I got the hole cut out last night, and I got the box all put in right here. But the foam was just a smidge high, so I figured Gento Rasp to the rescue here. Just a little bit of high spot right here and there, so I'm just going to kind of Peter, turn on dust away. Computer, turn off the dust away.